God bless you, global Christian friends out there, pastors, saints, and churches. Truly we give God the honor and glory as we now move into the 7th chapter of the Gospel of Luke, having revealed the 13 principles for the children of the highest knowledge. And keep this in mind. John chapter 12, verses 37, 38, somewhere thereabout, he speaks also of the children of light. So being the children of the highest, you are the children with the highest knowledge. And being the children of light, you are the children with the brightest knowledge. All right, keep that in mind now. Other than being the light of the world and the salt of the earth and all the other things, being children of the highest, with the highest knowledge attainable and with the highest reward, you are also known to be children of light, which have the brightest knowledge out there. And that kind of knowledge, having the highest knowledge and the brightest knowledge, is so incredible when you begin to be shown those great and high things of God afterwards. They are, I will tell you without a doubt, out there that they are incredible. And you'll find them, they're not hidden to those that have the light and the mind to understand, that have the wisdom and the knowledge to know, those who strive to enter in, those who have entered in, those who have the knowledge of Christ and around his throne. We've told you many times, you can get the knowledge of God's throne room simply by letting us know free. All right, now, we are here in the 7th chapter, and we see here, after the logia, and we're going to get into the logia right now. I want to say, first of all, that our giver can never afford to lend, and a lender can never afford to give. Keep that in mind. 7th, you'll find this, chapter 7, you'll find this also in Matthew chapter 8, verses 5 through 13, and John chapter 4, verses 43 through 54. When Jesus make our servant well, and pay attention to this. And when he had ended all these sayings, which included 13 sayings of the 13 principles, in the audience of the people, he entered into Capernaum. Now, mind you, he had a home there. They had a home there. He taught often there in the synagogues. Great knowledge came out of there. As a matter of fact, you heard what he said about Capernaum in the 4th chapter and the 23rd verse when he began his ministry. He said there, Luke chapter 4, verse 23, "Ye will surely say unto me, this proverb, Physician, heal thyself. For whatsoever we have heard done in Capernaum," there we are, "do also in thy country." All right? So now he is back in Capernaum, where he had been before he even came into his public ministry. And we've given you knowledge on what it means to be able to go up to the tabah, or go up to the pulpit stand, and to be able to read from the Torah and the Haftorah, to read from the law of Moses and the prophets, or the Nabiim. And that's what Jesus had done. Now his ministry had begun. And he's in the process now of carrying out his ministry. He'd already said on one occasion, I must go into other cities also, for it is for that reason that I am sent, to preach and to teach the gospel of the kingdom of God, the way John came preaching and teaching the gospel of the kingdom of heaven, which is lower than the gospel of the kingdom of God. All right? One shall be removed, and the other one shall move away. Now, verse 2. Pay attention to verse 2. Chapter 7, verse 2. Luke chapter 7, verse 2. And a certain centurion servant who was dear unto him was sick and ready to die. Verse 3. And when he heard of Jesus, notice that, when he heard of Jesus, he sent unto him the elders of the Jews, beseeching him that he would come and heal his servant. Verse 4. And when they came to Jesus, they besought him instantly, saying that he was worthy to whom he should do this. And this is why. In verse 5. For they said, for he loved our nation, one, and hath built us a synagogue. Now, naturally, Jesus had rights to go into that particular synagogue and to preach and to teach. You can't get around it. It's as obvious as the sun in the sky today, or any time for that matter. High up, it is as obvious as the stars in the sky. You may call it night, but high up is not night, it's day. It can never be night at that height. It is only day. Because, let's face it, there are 100 billion stars in the Milky Way galaxy itself. You can't find no night in that kind of a beam. All right? Keep that in mind. Only below do you find that here on earth. Now, he loved our nation and had built us a synagogue, which give Jesus the rights and the privilege to go in and to preach and teach the gospel of the kingdom of God. All right? Verse 6. Then Jesus went with them, and when he was now not far from the house, the centurion sent friends to him, saying unto him, Lord, trouble not thyself, for I am not worthy that thou shouldest enter under my roof. Now, you notice what he just said. I am not worthy that thou should enter in under my roof, though I love the Jewish people and have built them a synagogue. I am not worthy that thou should enter under my roof. Now, keep this in mind, because here's a lot of principles that are here that are taking place that most of us don't see, we don't know, we don't understand, we cannot consider, because they are too ancient, too far away, and in another language. All right? But God understands all things. Because why? He made all things. All right? That's found in John chapter 1, verse 3. All things were made by him. Without him was not anything made that was made. He was in the world. The world was made by him. All right? Now, looking further. I am not worthy that thou should enter my... Now, verse 7. Wherefore, neither thought I myself worthy to come unto thee. That do not sound like a lot of us today in the world. We hear about a prophet, we break neck. We hear about a prophetess, we break neck. We break records. All right, I'm going to get into this because right now it's beginning to get wonderful, and I hope you understand this. God bless you, global Christian friend. Bless the American government.